Have you ever thought about starting a podcast? You know, that itch to share your thoughts, your passions, your knowledge with the world. But then, that little voice in your head whispers, "What's the point? Why would anyone want to listen to me?" Well, let me tell you something vital. The foundation of a successful podcast begins with two crucial elements: your purpose and your niche. These aren't just buzzwords. They're the bedrock of everything you'll create. So let's break it down, shall we? First off, let's talk about purpose. Your podcast's purpose is the driving force behind everything you do. It answers the all-important question, why are you creating this podcast? Think of it as your guiding light. Without a strong purpose, you risk wandering aimlessly into the vast podcasting wilderness. And trust me, it's a crowded space out there. A well-defined purpose keeps your content focused and aligned with your goals, ensuring that every episode serves a meaningful objective. So how do you define this purpose? Start by reflecting on what you're passionate about or what you know well. What gets you fired up? What issues tug at your heartstrings? It could be anything from mental health awareness to sustainable living, or even the latest trends in technology. Next, identify the impact you want your podcast to have. Are you looking to educate, entertain, inspire, or advocate for a cause? For instance, take a podcast like Hidden Brain. Its purpose is crystal clear: exploring human behavior to help listeners understand themselves and others better. That's powerful. Now let's get a bit introspective. Ask yourself, what problem will my podcast solve for my audience? What value will I provide? How will my podcast stand out in its field? These questions are your roadmap. They'll help you carve out a unique space for yourself in the podcasting landscape. Once you've nailed down your purpose, it's time to zoom in on your niche. A niche is essentially a focused segment of a larger market. By narrowing down your topic, you can cater to a specific audience and establish yourself as an expert in that area. Think about it. Instead of launching a general health podcast, why not focus on something like mental health for teenagers or fitness for busy professionals? This targeted approach helps you connect with listeners on a deeper level. Choosing a niche is crucial for several reasons. First, it helps you target a specific audience, which increases listener loyalty. People love feeling like they're part of a community, and when you cater to a specific group, you create that sense of belonging. Second, it reduces competition. By positioning yourself as a unique voice in your field, you're not just another podcast lost in the sea of content. Lastly, a defined niche makes content planning so much easier. You have clear boundaries for your topics, which means less time stressing about what to talk about. So how do you identify your niche? Start by assessing your interests and expertise. What topics do you know well or feel excited to learn about? Then, do a bit of research on audience needs. What are people searching for that isn't fully addressed in other podcasts? Analyze the competition. Identify gaps or opportunities in existing podcasts. Maybe there's a niche for single dads navigating parenting, or perhaps sustainable fashion is your calling. The possibilities are endless. Now, once you've got your purpose and niche, it's time to align them with your audience. This is where the magic happens. Make sure your purpose and niche resonate with your target audience's needs, interests, and preferences. For example, if your purpose is to educate and your niche is eco-friendly living, your audience might be environmentally conscious individuals looking for actionable tips. Creating listener personas can be incredibly helpful here. Who is your ideal audience? What are their interests? What challenges do they face? Tailor your content to solve specific problems or fulfill the desires of your target audience. Use language and examples that resonate with their background and lifestyle. This connection is what will keep them coming back for more. Now, let's talk about crafting a mission statement. This is your podcast's elevator pitch, encapsulating your purpose and niche in a single, clear sentence. Think of it as a promise to your listeners. For instance, you might say, "Our mission is to inspire and empower young entrepreneurs by sharing actionable strategies and stories of successful startups." It's concise, it's focused, and it tells your audience exactly what to expect. But before you dive in head first, it's wise to test your purpose and niche. Brainstorm episode ideas and share them with potential listeners for feedback. Ask yourself, do these topics excite me enough to sustain a series? Are there enough subtopics to keep the podcast fresh? Does my target audience respond positively to the concept? Engagement is key here. Share a concept draft on social media or in online communities related to your niche. Conduct a quick survey to gauge interest in your chosen topic. This feedback process can be invaluable in refining your approach and ensuring you're on the right track. To sum it all up, remember that your podcast's purpose is your why, guiding your content and overall direction. Your niche narrows your focus, helping you cater to a specific audience and stand out in a crowded marketplace. Aligning your purpose and niche with the needs and preferences of your target listeners is essential. Crafting a clear mission statement communicates your podcast's value effectively. Finally, testing your concept ensures that your niche and purpose are not just engaging, but sustainable. So, are you ready to take the plunge? The world of podcasting awaits, and with a well-defined purpose and niche, you'll be well on your way to creating something truly impactful. Let your voice be heard.